So CPR has worked on the climate change regime for several years now and in several capacities. We've also worked with governments, including the Indian government, and with both the IPCC and the UN climate change negotiation processes, and producing documents and drafting text. As part of the annual calendar of events in Delhi is a COP debrief that we do. We sort of deconstruct the outcomes from the annual climate change conference. This year we plan to go beyond just deconstructing the outcomes of the latest climate change conference to actually looking at the future of the international climate change regime more broadly. The international climate change regime has evolved from being a very top-down prescriptive regime as exemplified in the Kyoto Protocol to a more sort of hybrid regime which is centered on nationally determined contributions from individual states. And in this context, we are beginning to look at what the future might be, both in terms of implementation, but also in terms of the number of actors that are involved in implementation. And to consider this question about the future of the international climate change regime, we put together an exciting panel for you. We have Dr. Joanna de Pledge, who's the editor-in-chief of the leading interdisciplinary climate change journal, Climate Policy. In addition, we have Mr. Chandrabhushan, who is the Deputy Director General of the Center for Science and Environment. We also will showcase our own work in this field, in particular looking at innovation and experimentation in the international climate change regime. And the session will be moderated by Ambassador Chandrasekhar Dasgupta, who is the architect of India's position on international climate change in relation to the UN process. So we have an exciting panel for you, and it's an exciting time in the international climate change regime in terms of its evolution, and we look forward to having you there.